rise and shine. Coffee's brewing, feeling fine. News is out and on the air. Shizzy whiz nuts wild, but we don't care. Morning whiz and coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy whiz nuts, start the show, let's go. Get it, yeah, oh yeah. Headlines spinning in the breeze. Stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java, wear a smile. Pants are off, but stay a while. Morning whiz and coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy whiz nuts, start the show, let's go. Get it, yeah, oh yeah. Headlines spinning in the breeze. Stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java, wear a smile. Pants are off, but stay a while. Morning whiz and coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy whiz nuts, start the show, let's go. Get it, yeah, oh yeah. Serious is overrated. Every day we're caffeinated. Talk the town, but in a jest. Morning whiz is always best. Time to run. Morning show's a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop. Clock is ticking, time to run. Morning show's a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop.
Oh my god, Shizzy breaks Larry. Shizzy broke Larry.
Oh yeah.
Good morning. And do I ever sleep? That's just the question everybody has on their mind. Do you think fall storm? Do I ever sleep?
Team no sleep, baby. Let's go.
Let's go, bitches. How you doing this morning, brother?
Not too bad. So yesterday my dog decided to sneak out underneath the fence and take off. I'm like, nah, she's a repeat offender. Don't worry.
Oh.
And normally she'll run around a couple of places in the neighborhood and she'll come back. Well, she didn't come back this time.
No
and
shit.
probably about 8:30 or 9 o'clock, because I'm searching through social media and I'm like, somebody had found her. I was like, okay, great. So I replied to it, waited. No response. So I go to bed like a little bit before 11. I wake up at 1:30 because I can't sleep for crap anyway. And then I check, and sure enough, like at 11:06, this person had responded back, said, yes, this is who has them. My daughter actually has them. They're waiting for your call. And I'm like, really? So I got a couple more hours of sleep. And then, I texted the people, and they texted me back probably about 5 o'clock this morning. And I've been wide awake since 5.
Oh, Lord. So you've just been waiting on me.
Pretty much. So finally they were like, yeah, we can bring her right over. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I had to get fully dressed and, get out there and everything. And they brought her back, but it was come to find out she went probably a good 7 or 8 miles away.
Oh my gosh.
She had never done that before. She had never gone that far. I was like, how in the hell did you get all the way out there.
my wife and I,
That-
we
now-
went on vacation.
Now, a little bit of background. This dog is 14 years old,
Oh, good Lord.
but she looks like a coyote that's been maintained as a pet. That's the
God.
type of breed she is. So I'm
Yes.
sure a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's a coyote," and then,
Oh,
she,
man.
sure enough, somebody picked her up. Thank goodness. So
Oh,
I didn't
my.
have, because I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to get up and I'm gonna have to check the local animal shelter, see if she was turned in, blah 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 blah. So luckily we found her, but it was just like, really? I'm like, at this point, you're kind of like, do you want to go live with that family? I mean, is it that bad?
Is it that bad for you? Really? Is it that
Is it that
bad?
bad for you here? Warm house, food. You have a big backyard to play in. Is it
You have a
really that
cat to play
terrible?
with? I mean, is it that bad?
I took her to the vet probably a few months ago and had her checked out, and they were like, well, she's perfectly healthy. And I'm like, yeah, but mentally she is not there. I'm telling you, she's not there.
She's checked out.
I'm waiting for the doctor to say, well, she does have this going on, blah, blah, blah. Cause I was expecting the worst. They're like, no, she's perfectly healthy. And I'm like, I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand.
She's broken.
There's something wrong with her. No, she's a sweet dog, but God, she's neurotic. God, she's neurotic.
God. Yeah, we've got one like that too. My wife, whenever we first got married, she had a Yorkie, and he was the best Yorkie you could ever possibly run into. I mean, if you had a pork chop, he would jump in a car with you. There wasn't a single person that could not become friends with this dog. Like, he was the bestest buddy to anybody.
Right.
And he loved the ladies. Like, we'd go over to a friend's house and he would just curl up on a lady's shoulder and just lay down and be just chill.
Yeah.
And big dogs, because he was snagged up as a little dog by a husky and shook. And big dogs, he'd just walk. If we went to a dog park, we couldn't put him in with the little dogs because he would have them, like, he would stand over them and dominate them. Right. He's a big Yorkie.
Right.
And he was just like, we had to put him in with the big dogs. And as soon as you put him with the big dogs, like within 5 minutes, he was alpha dog, walking them all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, he did not back down at all. And so wife and I went on vacation, and she said, yeah, just leave him there. I'll come pick him up after I get off work. And so we let him out. We had a dog door, and he would go out in the backyard, do his thing. And she was supposed to come by at like 3:00 in the afternoon. She was a trainer.
Yeah. Not
a dog trainer, but a physical trainer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We left that morning, and by the time that we landed, my wife had about 5 text messages from somebody, and voice messages, because her number's on the tag. Apparently, he had escaped the yard, walked around the neighborhood where we would normally do our walk. That's the reason why the people recognize the dog. And he just came right up to him, was like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Hey.
He decided to take himself for a walk.
That sounds just like her. She, because we've got a fenced-in backyard, but she knows where the weak spots are, and I keep having to fortify them. And if she ever finds like a new weak spot, oh man, she's gone. She's gone. But as I've had to tell the people that have quote unquote found her, usually when she goes off on a run or whatever, she comes right back. It may be 20 minutes, it may be an hour, but she'll come right back. This time, however, she went way further than she has ever been.
Oh my God.
Because when I looked at where these people lived, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
Like, how
the hell did she get all the way out there?
How many neighborhoods did she go through? Where?
Quite a few. Quite a few. I was like, oh, you neurotic thing.
I love it. Well, I'm glad she's back with you. I'm really glad she's back with you.
Yeah, it was kind of like, well, it's not the first time she's run off, so she just kind of made her choice. But everybody in the house was kind of like, she could be a pain in the ass, but I kind of miss her.
Yeah.
So when I found her last night on social media, I was like, oh, okay, good. She's fine.
Yeah. Most people are pretty caring about dogs, especially when it looks like a coyote.
Right. Well, wait. Well, to beat it all, the first time we found her in the woods.
Mm.
Like, we've got some friends that they have like a wooded area, and we found this dog in the woods when she was probably about 6 months old, and we're like, what's this dog doing out here? It's out in the country, so you figure it's probably a country dog.
Yeah.
And she would not. We ended up, putting up signs and everything, and back then you really didn't have social media to be able to put up the stuff.
No.
And we tried to contact everybody, and nobody claimed her. Absolutely nobody. So my wife got this bright idea of, well, we'll just keep her. Mm. So she, in the beginning, she was terrified of men. Like, she would not go around men, which makes me think they tried to train her as a hunting dog and it just didn't take.
Yeah.
I was the only man she would be around. Like any other man, she'd go crazy. But
yeah.
she obviously had gotten over that.
Yeah.
After 14 years.
About time.
About time.
Oh my gosh.
She's sweet, but God, she's neurotic.
Oh gosh. So other than that, you saw that there's, everybody's sort of been following this California fires a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, do you think that this is true, that we're about to witness the red pilling of California? You think that'll happen?
No. I think there will be a small amount of red pilling because everybody can see the ineptitude of what the government's done over there on all levels. But it's California. That's tough.
It is. But I mean, it's also interesting because you've got a lot of people are really starting to question Newsom. Like,
they should have done that a long time ago.
Yeah. Because as it says here, California Governor Gavin Newsom doesn't want to answer the hard questions about the LA fire, so he wants the questions askers to be censored. And that's not hyperbole, that's a fact. You can watch him do it right here. It's interesting.
I ask you, we've got to deal with this misinformation. There were hurricane force winds of mis and disinformation, lies. People want to divide this country, and we're going to have to address that as well. And it breaks my heart as people are suffering and struggling that we're up against those hurricane forces as well. And that's just a point of personal privilege that I share that with you because it infects real people that are out there, people I meet every single day, people the mayor's been meeting with, and they're having conversations.
Old Democrat talking point. He knew he was on camera. He knew everybody was seeing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Newsom asked Biden who was in the Oval Office behind a resolute desk with Jill Biden camel toe in the room to clamp down on the hard questions. Now, it's amazing to me that there's people in Florida, Tennessee, North Carolina that have been without power and homes for well over 100 days. What is it running 120, 130 days now?
Well, I think it's we have a person in the chat, Dan Davis, I believe it is. I think he's at about 112 days without power, and he lives in Florida.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, and I mean, imagine they've spent Christmas, no power. And all they've gotten out of this is a $750 loan that they have to pay back.
Right.
Yeah. Roslyn, 113. It's crazy. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy, and nobody seems to give two shits about that. But as soon as California, oh, we've got to rebuild the whole thing. I mean, let's throw money. I mean, you've seen the video about the maybe you haven't. There's a video out there. Let me see if I've got it. I saw it last night as I was scrolling through stuff.
Yeah.
It was the amount of God, this just kills me every time. Who does this? Shizzy's panty hamster widgets, the coolest things in sliced bread. Jeez.
Shizzy, your merchandise is going through the roof, brother.
I know, and I haven't even released it yet. No, there was something I saw last night. Well, I can't pull it up now, but there's something I saw last night, and it is, I joke not, the amount of Ukrainian oligarchs and chief of military operations and crap like that are sitting there with their homes are completely destroyed. We're talking about, we're not talking about like, oh, that's a really nice house there. We're talking about billionaires.
Right.
Like
huge mansions. Yeah.
Yeah. Why are there so many that have that? Just from Ukraine. That makes no sense.
Well, because they have resources and they're taking advantage of it. That's why they're so damn rich. That, and you know, that's a good way to launder money. You know.
Well, I saw this also last night. Just like, what the hell? In the middle of the road, dude. Really? In the middle of the road.
Are those two foxes?
Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Just like, we'll go get a room. Shit.
Have you showed Megan that yet?
Yeah, I showed it to Megan. She's like, oh, God. They're in the middle of the room. Thing. Oh.
Say, Megan, is that you? Did your saw toes get in the way?
Jeez. Oh my God. We've been having such a blast with that. Oh God.
Oh dude, it's been great.
Oh, well, we will go over those also. That way, it'll probably be later this week. I think Megan and Doug want to finish them out, and then we'll go over them. And trust me, they'll be nothing like our readings.
Nope.
Completely different.
We take it to a whole new level on this channel.
Oh yes, we do. Oh yes, we do. Oh, but you'll just have to wait. It'll be, oh my God. I've been just, it's been too funny. Tug and Megan just they're cracking me up. Like last night, you should have seen Megan had a head tetherball.
What? You're at speech unintelligible.
She had a head tetherball. She was playing. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
She had, oh my God, she had this thing strapped to her head with a tetherball on the end of it, and you're supposed to like punch it or something. And I'm just like, this sounds like a really bad idea. You don't strap something to your head and start hitting it, because it's
not a good idea. Not a good
just
idea.
Like, no, this is something RFK is doing. I was like, okay, all right. This is not a good idea. And then she was trying to shorten the string. I mean, we just had so much fun. You've seen this before, I'm pretty sure.
Michael?
Yeah,
Who's Rachel?
it's Jack.
No, it's Rachel. Who is Rachel?
No, that's Jack. Go.
Then why is it in your phone as Rachel? Who
well,
is
go,
Rachel?
Go ahead and enter it.
Okay. Hi. It's Jack.
Yeah, I thought it was Jack.
Why do you have him in your phone as Rachel?
Because if I had him as Jack, you wouldn't have brought me my phone now, would you?
That's like the one with the woman who her husband's phone's in the kitchen and she calls it and he gets up to go answer it. And she's like, hey, while you're in there, could you bring me back some snacks?
Can you bring you a beer while you're in there?
Bring me a beer while you're in there.
Oh, I've got one I'm going to show you later that I have to wait. I have to wait a little bit before I show it, but you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Oh my. Oh my. So there's several things you can divine from this conversation between the Democrats. First, Newsom felt perfectly comfortable asking the president to do something about the information he doesn't like and wants removed from the public because it's obviously detrimental to his reputation.
You're going to put it back on screen?
Yeah.
There you go.
And as the censorship apparatus was put into effect, the definition of democracy was changed by these folks. As the State Department, CISA, and other governmental agencies protecting democracies ceased to be about free and fair elections at the role of the individual in the hierarchy of the state. Suddenly, and notably, protecting government institutions became the chief goal of the censors as they took prominence over citizens. Newsom knows this. When he said the word divide, he referred to people's opinions being divided from the government story. He was asking Biden to stop it for him. Newsom continued his request for Biden to do something about the misinformation.
Yeah, he's getting desperate. The only problem is this Biden's last week.
Yeah. And then he's bye-bye.
It's bye-bye.
Time to move on to greener pastures or browner shores, one of the two. Just saying. Well, we shouldn't be surprised that Newsom is in favor of censoring stories and social media posts that criticize him or the government. He's turned free speech and individual rights on their head. He tried to stop parody deepfake videos that could hurt his reputation. And the government signed into law measures allowing government employees in schools to lie to parents about the sexuality of their own children and banned cities and counties from asking for identification to vote. Free and fair elections don't refer to the individual. Remember, only government under censorship regime. If you're new to this censorship regime story, and it sounds crazy, I understand. It should shake you to the core as an American. An entire censorship ecosystem has stood up by our government to fund fact checkers, news literacy programs, and training for reporters to accept the word only if of only trusted sources, the government, in their stories. It's real. It hasn't always been this way. The sentiment against the government response to fires could be seen as dis, or malinformation, depending on which government-approved fact checker is making the call. And the disinformation is wild because this one is really wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And for those of us who have watched the censorship apparatus since it was allowed to be turned against the American people during the Obama administration, we now have confirmation that Newsom was part of that. We always thought so, considering the proximity of Silicon Valley to the State House, but he doesn't hesitate to ask Biden to censor speech. It's no different than when they had lockdowns, but yet outed his winery, place where they grow grapes, his orchards, whatever the hell they want to call them, vineyards, that one shut down. Matter of fact, they weren't even required to wear masks there. Imagine that. This video and the one below confirm it, of course. Here's more proof. Newsom went on to address the atypical problems that they have with people in LA who probably voted for him and Mayor Karen Bass. People like this woman who voted for Newsom, instead of worshiping, asked an atypical question like, why did my house burn down? And you'll have to wonder where this stuff comes from, said Newsom. Yeah, this one's crazy.
You got a second? Governor, I live here, Governor. That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically
Doubt
answer
it.
the question of what we can do.
Oh, watch. This gets better.
Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
I'm sorry. There's literally, I've tried 5 times. That's why I'm walking around to make the
Why
call.
is the president not taking your call?
Because it's not going through. So
Why?
I have to get cell service.
So
There's
let's
no
get
cell
it.
service.
Let's get it. I want to be here when you call the president.
I appreciate it. I'm doing that right now. And it's to immediately get reimbursements, individual assistance, and to help you. I'm devastated for you. I'm so sorry, especially for your daughter. I have 4 kids. Losing the school.
Everyone who went to school there, they lost their homes. They lost 2 homes because they were living in one and building another. Governor, please tell me, what are you going to do with the president right now?
We're getting the resources to help rebuild.
Why was there no water in the hydrants, Governor?
That's all.
Oh.
Literally.
Is it going to be different next time?
It has to be. Has to be. Of course.
Oh, it has to be.
I'm doing
To fill
everything
the
I can.
hydrants. I would fill them up personally. You know that.
I literally have.
I would fill up the hydrants myself.
I understand.
But would you do that?
I would do whatever I can.
But you're not. I see do you know there's water dripping over there, Governor? There's water coming out there. You can use it.
I appreciate it. I'm going to make the call to address everything I can right now, including making sure people
I'd
are
like
safe.
to make sure you do. Can I have an opportunity to at least tell people you're doing what you're saying you're doing? Could somebody have a contact? Can I have your contact
Yes,
information?
right there.
Governor, you
Okay.
Crazy.
Okay. First of all, she's a little unhinged.
Yeah.
Of course, granted, given the circumstances, I can understand, but we all know Newsom ain't trying to get a hold of Biden.
No. No,
First of all, it wouldn't be a media opportunity, so he's not going to do that. Even if there was cell service, it's funny how, if you're an actual credible news source, then you wouldn't have competition from independent people putting up videos and putting up social posts. It's funny how that happens.
Yeah. Best
I'll be
Karen
right-
ever.
I'll be right back.
Rosalind. Yeah. Gotcha. So we understand that censorship campaign by government and social media companies against American free speech has become assumed by people who voted for these Democrats. We see the Twitter files and Facebook files case for substantiation. And if you've never heard of those, it's because they were largely censored. I covered those, the Twitter files. Owner Elon Musk hasn't censored Facebook. Meta founder Mark Zuckerberg's announcement about standing down his intricate and government-pressured censorship of mis, dis, and malinformation against his social media platforms. Yeah, and this is his statement.
Hey everyone, I want to talk about something important today because it's time to get back to our roots around free expression on Facebook and Instagram. I started building social media to give people a voice. I gave a speech at Georgetown 5 years ago about the importance of protecting free expression, and I still believe this today. But a lot has happened over the last several years. There's been widespread debate about potential harms from online content. Governments and legacy media have pushed to censor more and more. A lot of this is clearly political, but there's also a lot of legitimately bad stuff out there. Drugs, terrorism, child exploitation. These are things that we take very seriously, and I want to make sure that we handle responsibly. So we built a lot of complex systems to moderate content. But the problem with complex systems is they make mistakes. Even if they accidentally censor just 1% of posts, that's millions of people. And we've reached a point where it's just too many mistakes and too much censorship. The recent elections also feel like a cultural tipping point towards once again prioritizing speech. So we're going to get back to our roots and focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our policies, and restoring free expression on our platforms. More specifically, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to get rid of fact checkers and replace them with community notes similar to X, starting in the US.
No, this is not AI.
No,
This is-
you could tell it's not AI.
Yeah, AI looks much, much different. There's
Yeah.
certain things that AI doesn't know. I know that he looks like a robot most of the time anyhow. So no, it's not AI. This is the post that he made. And he was lambasted over this because they're just like, what? So now he's going to admit this? He said he's going to admit that they were censored. And he said, yeah, absolutely. I was censored.
Well, but
He said that he's
it's kind of like this. Would you rather him continue the lie, or would you rather him come out and say, yeah, we screwed up? Now, Now, Trump coming into office has a lot to do with that,
Absolutely.
but
Well, and also he's missing out on the amount of people that were, I mean, Facebook has just been falling off left and right because nobody's interested in it.
I was about to say, who even uses it anymore? I don't use it.
I mean, I have a Facebook account, but I don't, I think I follow one person, which is like Toy, maybe. Tony LaCrissa, yeah. That's about the only person. I don't follow anybody. If people send me, hey, a request, I'm just like, nope, I don't know you.
Right.
I don't know anybody. Seriously, I
don't even look at my requests. I'll just be honest.
I look at Facebook for very specific things, and I don't even post. That's the thing. That's how I am on Facebook. I don't even post. I'm just like, nope. Don't have no interest in it. I left Facebook. Jesus, it's got to be at least 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I have a personal account, but I don't even pay attention to that one. I mean, I really don't. I couldn't even tell you what the password is to that thing anymore. It's just like,
I ain't used that email in probably about 30 years.
that is the truth. It feels like it. Yeah, Kuckerberg is a complete joke. Yeah,
he is, and it's just he's riding the high of a new administration. That's a lot of what this is. Because would he have come out and done this if Camel Toe had got elected? Oh hell no!
Oh hell no! Oh no! Did you see the video that Trump released about? Oh, I'll have to show that one too. That's pretty good.
After Trump first got elected in 2016, the legacy media wrote nonstop about how misinformation was a threat to democracy. We tried in good faith to address those concerns without becoming the arbiters of truth. But the fact checkers have just been too politically biased and have destroyed more trust than they've created, especially in the US.
You think?
So over the next couple of months, we're going to phase in a more comprehensive community notes system. Second, we're going to simplify our content policies and get rid of a bunch of restrictions on topics like immigration and gender that are just out of touch with mainstream discourse.
But and yeah, he seemed very, he is actually very personable on just about anything that I've ever seen, except whenever he was testifying in front of Congress. That was oh my god.
Yeah.
That was creepy.
Of course, to kind of put it into perspective, when you've got a lot of executive government pressure on you and your company, it does make it difficult. I'm not saying what he did was right, but I can understand it.
Yeah. But that means that he was lying in front of Congress whenever he was saying, nope, that's not true.
Well, what's Congress going to do if he lies? Honestly, what are they going to do?
Nothing.
What's he going to do if he doesn't follow what the executive branch tells him to do? A lot.
Yeah.
Because they are the
Whenever
enforcement arm.
Yeah, you have those 3-lettered companies coming after you. I guarantee you're going to.
Yes.
Whenever, and you have to understand that most likely, even during this conference that he's sitting here in front of this supposed to be, a fluid conversation, I guarantee you there's a whole team of lawyers sitting on the side of the camera that you can't see.
Well, no, here's what it is. He's reading a prepared statement. I guarantee you it was prepared. It was reviewed by lawyer after lawyer after lawyer. And that's what he's reading off. Only what's approved. He's not allowed to go off book. He is only allowed to read the statement. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Every single bit of it. They've got it. They've combed through it. So there's nothing that they can come back and bite him on this.
Yes.
Because if it comes back and bites him, it takes not only him down, it takes down Facebook, and Facebook for some of these people is the most important thing.
Well, and here's the thing. It's not just Facebook. It's Instagram. It's, maybe you don't use Facebook. I guarantee a bunch of y'all use Instagram. Guarantee it.
Oh yeah. I guarantee a lot of people use Instagram, and none of those photos that you think are in there are private.
Oh no. Anything you put on social media is not private.
Just think about this. A lot of people didn't realize this, but the reason Facebook grew so fast, so quick over MySpace, because you remember you had MySpace, and then all of a sudden Facebook came on and exploded, just destroyed MySpace. The reason that it grew so fast is because it said, "Hey, would you like to reach out and connect to your friends?" And so every single person that you had in your address book got added to Facebook.
Yep.
Every single person. It wasn't just one or two. Oh, yeah, I'll share some of it. No, every single person got added to Facebook. And then whenever they get that invite, they'd click on it, and then they would add people to that connection. So you had all of these people giving away free advertisement for Facebook in the millions. That's why it exploded the way that it did. All your information is out there. There's no getting away from it at all.
No, and as I've told people before, if you put it on there electronically, it's accessible. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it says, "Oh, I'm in a private group," or this, that, and the other. No, it's accessible. If it's on the internet, it's accessible.
Every bit of it. Now, they continue on. Now, look, I don't believe this a guy whose values and principles change like a weather vane either, but using community notes to fact check instead of Silicon Valley woke scolds deciding that they like what they like or don't like about a Texas guy's speech is far better, which community notes just ended. Newsom, stop encouraging looking in line and telling people it's decriminalized. It's not, it's illegal and has always been. Back actors will be arrested and prosecuted. And California reduced the penalties for all theft crimes, including loot, to a misdemeanor if under $950 with Proposition 47 in 2013 that Gavin Newsom supported. In 2024, voters repealed much of that with Proposition 36. Governor Newsom campaigned against Proposition 36. And then they put also every single one of those checks in there to it, where you could link to exactly what he voted on. The next clip shows Newsom working the refs in the news media to change the story into, "Hey, it ain't me" storyline, and demanding answers from other nameless people.
I want to know the answers. So I'm the governor of California. I want to know the answer. I've got that question. I can't tell you about how many people, what happened. My own team saying what happened. And I want to get the answers. And when I wasn't getting, I'll be candid with you, I wasn't getting straight answers.
Yeah.
I watched the press conference. I met with some of those leaders. We had my team start talking to local leaders, saying what's going on. Our state,
and you weren't getting straight answers from
I was getting
leaders.
Different answers. When you start getting different answers, then I'm not getting the actual story. And they're assessing it. And I get that as well. You have to have a little bit of grace. Back to the point. We're in this emergency environment and everything else. So I just want to determine the facts. But no one has any patience anymore in this weaponized.
Oh, and I got to give a big shout out to Bulldog JC. It's been a while, Bulldog JC, and I did get your super chat. I believe it came in through WhatsApp. It's been a while. I've been meaning to say, hey, thank you so much for the super chat.
Okay, expert.
I haven't seen you. Is expert in here?
No. I mean, taking so long.
No, because whenever I got it, I couldn't respond to it. It was either WhatsApp. It was one of those, and I couldn't respond to it. And I was like, oh man, I wanted to say thank you. And then I didn't see him in chat. I was like, it's been like probably about 2 months. I'm like, and I always forget.
Yeah. See, just like him.
I'm so bad.
Just back to the grievance of Trump, everyone else. There's immediacy, and lies travel the proverbial world, and it's hard to get the facts out there unless you have backing of the.
Now, how does it feel? How does it feel, Gavin?
You're right. It is hard to get the facts out when you have lies coming from state run.
You have lies coming from social media. You get censored whenever you talk about it. What do you think happened on January 6th? The worst day in history. I mean, it was worse than the Civil War. It was worse than World War II, the bombing of Pearl Harbor. It was worse than all of that. What do you think happened? And the amount of lies that came out of all of that and continue to this day to come out. And, in just a few days, what do you think is going to happen whenever Trump comes in there? Do you think all those people that have been falsely accused, do you not think the people that have had their lives destroyed? I mean, and we're not talking about a couple. We're talking about a lot of people have had their lives completely destroyed and can't even vote now.
Yep.
Do you think that he's not going to come through and say and look at each one of those case by case? I'm sure he's probably has somebody in his crew that's looking over him right now, going case by case, going, okay, but does it rise to the level of a felony?
Right.
Does it rise to that level?
It's one thing if you had people that were violent, people that were destructive, those people deserve what they get. But for just being there, for just being either in or around, and you're gonna charge them with a felony and put them in jail? Seriously?
No, they had people. They charged people with felonies that weren't even in the Capitol that day.
No, that's what I mean. I said in or around.
No, they had people that were not even there that day. They were in an entirely different state.
Yeah. That's called overreach.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think you might have a little bit of something to say about that?
Uh-huh.
And there were so many questions about what was that guy's name that was there, but they said that he wasn't involved. Really odd. Yeah. Yeah, it was sort of riling up the crowd. Wonder what happened with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But why do you think that they started giving out blanket pardons as this new administration rolls in?
Yep.
They're giving pardons to, well, hell, let's see, Liz Cheney more than likely is going to have a pardon.
Well, will she?
Yeah. Oh, I don't doubt it.
That would be funny if she didn't. Because here's the thing about politics. You got to have a scapegoat. You've got to have somebody for the other side to be able to focus their ire on.
Mm-hmm.
So you deliver up somebody like, let's say Liz Cheney, who former Republican, former Rhino.
Yeah.
You don't give her the pardon. They're going to focus all their attention on them and not the people that actually did all this crap.
I really did not realize this until just now because I'm so, damn it. Thank you very much for changing my name, Megan.
Oh, you didn't realize that? I thought you were just keeping it.
No, I had no idea. Damn it.
That's funny. Oh my God. I thought you were doing that on purpose.
No.
That's why I didn't say anything.
Oh my God. No. That was
I was like, okay, you keep the joke going. That's fine. That's fine.
Oh my God. Oh.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, her daddy won't let anyone come after her. Well. So he also ordered an investigation into what went wrong. Is there a psychic in the house? Good. Can you tell me if Gavin Newsom will find that Gavin Newsom's poor management of the natural resources and spending on things that other than water, power, and safety help lead to the LA fires? He demands answers from whoever's in charge of California. I saw that one from the Babylon Bee.
Yes.
Yes. Here's the point. Leaders who preen and say that they command and control the fifth largest economy in the world shouldn't go running to daddy to shut up the kids from making fun of them.
That's a great analogy.
It is. Oh my God. Oh, knock it off. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Super Chat. Ask this dweeb of, I'm a felon. Does Facebook know it? Does it matter why I became a felon? Do they know that? Do they have the right to that knowledge info? Should they? Why would they? How would they find out? How would they use it? Well, I got you. Knock it off. Where I've got a star for you because that is always a good question to have. Here's my
How'd you
helmet.
move that? Where is the helmet?
Oh, I had to move it because it was hanging on an instrument here. So let me see.
Okay.
We got you right there, fresh spot,
Ooh, you got
Gonna
fresh
sh-
territory.
fresh territory. It's untouched right now. Yeah, that thing's getting bedazzled up there. It's gonna
I'm
be as
telling you.
shiny as Rosalind's before you know it.
It is. It is.
Oh my gosh, have you seen the 2 videos that I've released?
No, not yet.
Oh my God, we got to watch those really quick because
Okay.
they are absolutely glorious. Well, one of them's just the song. The other one is the newest. Give me a second. Let me pull it up. All right. So this one here. Now, few people will get this. All right. So this one here is present. Let me make sure I've got the volume up on it. Present share screen. All right, we'll stop that. Present share screen. There we go. That's a little bit easier. So we got this one here. And let's go.
You got that. You got that. You got that. You got
Hey.
that. Alexis starting fights. Swear she's sober. She's lit most nights. Brianna cries. She's misunderstood. Hawking stolen goods in the hood. Cassandra, spiritual burning sage. She's swiping cash and slightly deranged. LMNOP and R. Lying mad nasty under par. Stripping, scamming drama queens. Living on pills and shattered dreams. Run her mouth and steals your car. That's the anthem of LMNOP and R. And you got that Daisy Sweet. Check the score. X twice from the liquor store. Emily's smile hides her claws. Keying cars and breaking laws. Felicia says she's better now. Caught her 4th charge for tipping a cow. LMNOP and R. Lying that nasty under par. Stripping, scamming drama queens. Living on pills and shattered dreams. Run her mouth and steals your car. That's the anthem of LMNOP and R. And you got that. Just all pretend she's Vogue's next pick. The Gucci steak, she's full of shit. Hannah's laugh is loud and shrill. Got drunk at brunch, skipping the bill. Isabel Sen with her yoga mat. That vegan burger, yeah, it's just fat. Julia got a fake sob story. A GoFundMe scam, her claim to glory. Karina's foodie posts are hype. That casserole, store-bought tripe. Lacey's quirky in a thrifty dress. Screams unique, she's just a mess. LMNOP and R. Lying mad nasty body is under par. Stripping, scamming drama queens. Living on pills and shattered dreams. Runs her mouth and wrecks your car. That's the scam of LMNOP and R. And you got that. Michelle swears she's got a plan, but it's flipping MLM scams. Natalie's vibe is edgy and cold, until her ex airs her secrets untold. Olivia's posh with her pinky raised, but she owes rent from her wild face. Penelope's classy, so she says she's clubbing in heels from her cousin grave. Quinn's mysterious, sipping wine. That box Merlot, not so fine. Ruby's glitter lost its sheen. Rockin' trends from 2013. LMNOP and R. Lying mad nasty under par. Stripping, scamming drama queens. Living on pills and shattered dreams. Runs her mouth and wrecks your car. That's the scam of LMNOP and R. And you got that. Sophia's brain is on full display. Posting horoscopes every day. Talia screams, you can't judge me. All her exes would disagree. Was tough but can't commit. Still crying over that Twilight split. The next is a piercing shriek. Her Tinder dates last about a week. Whitney's life is an open book, but every chapter's just a hook. Sandra's edgy with eyeliner thick, her deep poetry is a party trick. Yasmin's world is all about her, she's the star, and you're the blur. Zoe's quirky, so she'd claim she's just a Karen in a hipster frame. LMNOP and R, lying mad nasty under par. Stripping, scamming, drama queens, living on pills and shattered dreams. Runs her mouth and wrecks your car, running the scam of LMNOP and R. And you got that, you got that. You got that, you got that.
I swear to God, I've heard this on the radio.
It's weird, isn't it?
It sounds like a lot of the pop songs that are out right now.
Well, that was what it was. Oh, and you have to understand that is, and I joke not, it is every single letter of the alphabet of their first name. And I just put it into a chat GPT and then said, just make me a song about all these letters.
That's so hilarious.
Oh, but not as good. I guarantee you, not as good as Diva's. It was Diva's story, I'm pretty sure. But Lauren was on, and they told this story, and so I put it into a song form. This is first song.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Well, the sun was high and the heat was green. I felt the churn of last night's beams. Got on the trail with no relief in sight. I was clenching tight with all my might. Every step was a careful plan, trying not to waddle like a prairie dog can. Oh, prairie dog waddle down the dusty road, trying to hold it, but it's bound to explode. Life throws you curveballs, and man, it's true. Like a stranger in a van and a tummy that's through. Up pulls a man in a big white van. He said, girl, I'll give you $3,000, but my gut let loose. I was in no mood. Crop dusted him good like a bad attitude. His face turned green and he hit the gas, while my dignity slipped and so did my sass. Oh, prairie dog waddling with grace, left my mark on that stranger's face. Sometimes life don't go as you plan, but you can still win with a fart in the stand. Now the moral of this here tune I sing: a prairie dog's waddle is a humbling thing. When nature calls, you better move faster. End up with a story that'll always last. Oh, prairie dog waddle, it's a hell of a ride, out on the trail with nowhere to hide. So hold your head high, no need to pout, even if your luck's just crapping out. And if you see a white van pull up in the dirt, just let them smell the reason why your stomach hurts. Oh, prairie dog waddle down the dusty road, trying to hold it, but it's bound to explode. Life throws you curveballs, and man, it's true. Like a stranger in a van and a tummy that's through. Oh, prairie dog waddle, it's a hell of a ride, out on the trail with nowhere to hide. So hold your head high, no need to pout, even if your luck's just crapping out. If you see a white van pull up in the dirt, just let them smell the reason why your stomach hurts. Oh, prairie dog waddle down the dusty road, trying to hold it, but it's bound to explode. Life throws you curveballs, and man, it's true. Like a stranger in a van and a tummy that's through. Oh, prairie dog waddle, it's a hell of a ride, out on the trail with nowhere to hide. So hold your head high, no need to pout, even if your luck's just crapping out. And if you see a white van pull up in the dirt, just let them smell the reason why your stomach hurts.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh my God. That was such a glorious song. And I mean, it took me like, I think I wrote it live on FNL. They're like, oh, Shizzy will get it. I was like, oh yeah, I got it. Oh, so if you want to see the original, just go over check out the expert on FNL. You have to go back a few weeks. Like probably almost a month. It's been a month since I wrote that. It was Lauren that reached out to me and said, whatever happened to that song? I was like, oh my God, I totally forgot about that.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Dude, the
yeah.
holidays have been a blur, an absolute blur.
I know. It's just been absolutely insane. And Mug, Jesus, Tug.
Is that what we're shipping? Mug?
No, Tug. We were talking, and he said, I have a hard time putting your name into the listing. I have to put like and guest. He goes, because it shows up. They think it's a euphemism for poop.
Well,
YouTube doesn't like it. So he said, you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to like change your name or something.
I blame Snoop. I blame Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. Yep. Blame Snoop Dogg. But he was like, you got to come up with an icon, something avatar, something that I can throw up there.
Yeah.
And I'm not that artistic. I mean, I can come up with things, but then I'm like, I don't like how that is. And my face, Chat GBT doesn't like it because it's funny looking as it is, so it has a hard time.
I'm not artistic, yet he comes up with all these videos and music and everything else. Okay. Nobody believes that, Shizzy.
I'm telling you, I just don't have it. I run out of ideas whenever it comes to myself. I can do stuff for other people, but for me.
We saw your painting on Diva's art stream. We saw it.
Oh, that was a cock. It's got eyes on it too. It's got googly eyes. It's looking down.
Part. The googly eyes are the best part.
Yes. I had so much fun. Yeah, I picked that up at Goodwill for like $2. And you too can get the original picture. It's distributed by Family Dollar Services Incorporated.
Yeah. Guarantee every Goodwill has that one.
Oh God, yeah. So much fun. Oh my God, autistic artist, same. Oh my gosh. Oh, now I've got to show you this one, because this is this should, a lot of guys could understand this. So I'm going to hide myself while I show this, just for because it's going to be so good. Here we go.
Can anyone tell me what these are? Like, they're not love handles, right?
Those little honey pot handlebars are the reasons that back rubs turn into babies. Those right there are the reason that any grown man has ever stepped foot into a Michael's, Joann's, or a Hobby Lobby. That's the the good, the all right, and the giggity. That's the reason why grown men understand that there's 27 different varieties of the color white. There's eggshell white and there's cream. We painted our bathroom bone. Because of somebody with those tiger stripe cinnamon buns, my Jeep turned into a minivan. Some of us had to sell our Harleys after the second baby, and those are the only handlebars we get to hold on to now. Is the baby maker the soul snatcher, and like 98% of the reason why I tell my buddies I can't hang out on the weekend. It's the reason I have 2 kids. That's the reason I can't quit my job, and that's the reason I've ever put together a Lego set.
That is 100% factual.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
there's no
he's
lies.
right.
Oh my God. When I saw that, I was like, oh my God, this is just absolutely hilarious. Oh my gosh. There was something else I had here. Where is it? Damn it. Don't tell me I deleted it. Oh no.
What'd you do?
Yes. Yes, it is. It is here. All right. Here we go. Donald Trump released this. Is so hilarious.
Well, Mr. President.
For a second time. Barack, very nice to see you.
Congratulations. How you doing?
A lot better, Dad.
Yeah, I bet. Knew you'd win.
Oh, really? Well, come on. Anyone could beat her.
Kidding
She's
me?
just...
I was just as appalled. You know what happened? You just didn't want to leave.
I know.
Is what happened. I did what I could to help her. She was horrendous.
I know. You know what I realized? Hillary still hates me. So much. I know. She'll never forget. We should meet to discuss
I
this.
think so too. We can definitely set something up. Let me know whatever
Oh, we
works
got
best for you.
I was going to fly back to Florida tomorrow for the golf.
Okay.
This gets better.
Surprised the lightning didn't strike her.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that? She won't even look at me.
Really? I was told. Some of her people. Apparently, they said she fell off the wagon.
Sure. And also, she's not really built for this. That amount of pressure, if you're not built for it, will do it.
That's funny.
Oh, when I saw that, I was like, "Oh God, that is
funny.
Monday morning humor right there." Oh. And of course, you know, a day can't go by that you can't show one of those liberal meltdowns. This is beautiful right here.
Ooh, they're still going.
I fucking hate America.
Why are you here?
I hate it here. I hate everything about this fucking country. And before any of you Oakley wearing rednecks come at me and be like, then fucking leave. I can't. It's expensive. There's rules. Just like there's rules to get into our country. Rules to get into others. There's rules. I can't just fucking leave. And it's expensive. It's expensive to leave too. So unless you want to start, you know, sending me your fucking Bush Light and Virginia Slims money and crowdsource me to get the fuck out of here, I don't want to fucking hear it.
You know, there's plenty of people that came to this country that had a lot less than you do, sweetheart. So you can find a way if you really want to leave.
Yeah, she doesn't really want to leave.
He just wants to bitch about it. Men or women, yeah, I don't know what her preference is. Don't date this girl.
No.
You will wake up with a horse head in your bed.
Yes, or better yet, like this guy that was stealing his coworker's food.
Good. I've had the distinct pleasure of never having to be in that kind of environment where I had to worry about people taking my food.
No.
So I could imagine how ballistic I would go. I'd be like, really? You ate my food?
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know. I don't know if y'all know, but bears get hungry.
Yeah.
And if they find out somebody's taking their food, there's going to be a fight.
This guy's playing like a female police officer.
He said, stop! Stop! Taser! Oh my God, dude! Stop! I said stop!
What the hell is this?
Stop! Buy your own Hellcat! Oh my God, dude! He said,
that's insane.
Well, they've talked about that. Female officers as compared to male officers, that because they can be so easily overpowered that they tend to resort to they tend to escalate it because
yeah.
And it's not that it's intentional. It's just that whenever you're getting, imagine this, you're a 5 foot something woman and there's a 6'8" guy that looks like he could be a linebacker and you're trying to put handcuffs on him. How do you think that's going to go?
Well, a lot of that goes to training because there are techniques that a smaller person can use on a larger person that are very effective.
Yes.
To me, a lot of it's not only the size. Yes, there are plenty of guys who are hopped up on PCP that are even going to overpower men.
Right.
But a lot of that goes back to training.
Yes.
They don't train. Yeah. They're just like, okay, they run through the academy and then spit them out. Kind of like school.
Who taught me what?
I have never heard my mom or my dad fart. I've also never
Liar.
heard my brothers fart
Yeah.
except for when they were like 2.
What's wrong with farting? It's like a natural thing.
It's disgusting. And
Why?
it smells like shit. Think about it.
Yeah.
I'll think about it. Okay, so hold on. You've never heard your mom or dad fart?
Never in my life.
Have you heard anyone fart?
Just you.
That's not true. You've never heard anyone else fart but me.
On accident, maybe. On TV or on TikToks. My friends don't do it. My family didn't do it. But you do it daily.
So like when you have to poop, you don't
She
ever
sounds
fart?
stopped up.
I just go in the bathroom and poop. But look what you're teaching Mila.
Who's Mila?
To be a swamp monster. And fart multiple times a day in front of other people.
I guarantee other people fart on purpose.
It's probably rare. This is just like a natural thing in your family to do.
I think so.
You've heard your mom and dad do it a bunch of times?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're kept wrong. When
That's fake. That whole thing is fake. There's no way in hell.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is so glorious. I don't know why people don't do this at home. This is dangerous, just so you know. Just don't do this at home. This is dangerous as all get out. Yeah, don't ever do this. Don't. No, and no.
Make sure you wear a helmet.
Yeah, lots of helmets, like full body helmets. But no, don't ever do this. But it gets better. It gets better. You went from sliding to some dogs chasing him.
Oh God, I can't wait for this.
There they go. Look at this dog go. He's still having a good time.
Hell, that's probably my neighborhood.
Yeah. This is glorious. That dog's, they're both still just like, let's get him. Look, this is fun. It's a racetrack.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. But don't ever do this, folks. This is extremely dangerous. That dog's not even trying.
It's like, forget it. It's too far away.
Don't ever do that, folks. Very dangerous.
I've never seen somebody do that on the road. That being said, I know of someone who did it in a parking lot once. But he was wearing his helmet.
Yes, he was.
Which is what he told the campus police. But I'm wearing a helmet. I'm not going to name any names.
No. Oh, God. There was something I wanted to show in here. And where is it? No. Oh, I'm not showing that. That one's pretty bad. No, it's really bad. I was like, oh, I'm going to no, I'm not showing that. It's pretty bad.
You'll show it to me when we're off air.
Yeah, I'll show it to you whenever we're off air. Oh my God. This one I can show. Now, just so you guys know, this is not AI. Okay.
You want to see somebody that responds to your house, your emergency, whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you. It gives that person a little bit more ease, knowing that somebody might understand their situation better.
I don't know. Nobody looks like
Do
you.
this, or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire, which my response is, he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire. You want to see somebody.
That's your assistant fire chief.
Yeah.
In LA.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine that.
You know, even if you're thinking it, you don't say it, and you especially don't do it during a ad for the damn fire department.
No, definitely not.
Especially in the middle of all this.
Yeah. I showed you the Buc-ee's commercial, right?
No, I haven't seen the Buc-ee's commercial.
Well, it's not really a commercial. It is just a statement about Buc-ee's. All right. Here you go. She's lovely.
Buc-ee's. It's less a gas station and more a theme park for people who think beef jerky is a food group. You don't stop at Buc-ee's. You disembark. The parking lot is larger than most airports, with rows of pumps all full, like it's Black Friday for unleaded. It's where you'll find lifted trucks, RVs the size of starter homes, and at least one guy filling up a 5-gallon gas can who absolutely should not be operating machinery. Upon stepping inside, it appears as though Walmart had a baby with Bass Pro Shop and then raised it in a Texas roadhouse. And Buc-ee's doesn't sell snacks. They sell impulse control issues. You walk in for water and leave with a brisket sandwich, 2 pounds of fudge, and a bag of beaver nuggets, which are basically diabetes in nugget form. I don't know what's in beaver nuggets, but I'm positive it's illegal in 7 states. They taste like caramel, childhood, and a root canal waiting to happen. They're what you eat when you've completely given up on life, but still want to enjoy it. And then there's the bathrooms. These aren't just bathrooms. They're cleaner than most hospitals and twice as private. You walk in expecting gas station horror, a broken lock and a crackhead washing their socks in the sink, and instead, you're in a day spa for your ass. The stalls have floor-to-ceiling doors. You could file your taxes in there. You could take a Zoom meeting. Hell, you could die in one of those stalls and the janitor would bless your body before they mopped around it. It's the first bathroom in history where you can shit yourself and still feel respected. And just when you think you're done, you walk out and realize Buc-ee's has merch, not just a t-shirt or a hat. Buc-ee's has turned their beaver logo into a family crest. They sell pajamas, blankets, pet beds, and onesies for babies. Because nothing says we make bold choices in this family like dressing your infant as a gas station mascot. It's not a pit stop. It's rehab for people addicted to barbecue. You don't just leave Buc-ee's. You emerge, slightly fatter, noticeably happier, and absolutely ready to do it all again.
2 things. Number one, I don't know what she said. I was too busy staring.
Yeah.
Second, who fixed her hair in that car?
Well, she did. She's awesome.
I mean, that was impressive. That was almost Megan Fox level hair.
Oh yeah. Well, it gets better.
Almost.
It gets better because she has more.
Oh, yes.
Here she is.
People just don't moon each other like they used to anymore. Remember the good old days? You didn't need Instagram filters or a TikTok dance challenge, just the raw, unfiltered glory of your bare ass pressed against a window. People used to moon each other like it was a badge of honor. Nowadays, it's like folks forgot the simple joys of dropping trow and giving a little wink. It's charming. Now you show your bare ass and people look at you like you just committed a hate crime. Hell, back in the day, you could moon someone and they'd just honk and wave like you were passing out handshakes made of ass cheeks. These days, you'd get hit with a lawsuit for emotional distress, and that's if the cops don't show up first. Maybe it's because we live in an era of oversharing. We have adult sites now, so why moon someone when you can charge them $9.99 a month? But come on, we lost something magical. Mooning was free. It was equal opportunity. Didn't matter if your ass was flatter than a pancake or looked like it spent years crushing walnuts for sport. It was about freedom, rebellion, and maybe a dash of bad judgment. It was like throwing a middle finger to society, but with more crack. Back in the day, mooning was how you communicated. It was like Morse code, but for degenerates. Think about it. You didn't need a clever comeback or a well-crafted argument. Just turn around, drop your pants, and let your cheeks do the talking. It was the original mic drop. There was always that one innocent driver that caught a cheeky wave at 60 miles per hour. It's a shame, really. We used to move each other as a sign of camaraderie, like, hey, you're stuck in traffic, I'm stuck in traffic, here's my ass. Now we're both having a better day. Now we're all so PC. You moon someone today and they'll accuse you of indecent exposure. I'm just saying we're losing touch with the good old moonlit tradition of being an equal opportunity jackass. Forget protests, bring back mooning. At least then we could argue about something that truly matters, like whose ass left the biggest impact.
I love this chick.
She's awesome. Oh my God. Yeah, I have to be careful what I show. I had like 4 videos last time that got me demonetized.
Oh, come on. If we don't run at least one video that doesn't get you demonetized, get you demonetized, we wouldn't be us.
Especially in the mornings. But you have to do it. You have to.
That's why you have to watch this show live, because it may not be there on the replay.
Or I might have to change the songs, like the Dirty Dancing done to the Muppets. That one got me in trouble. Not because of the Dirty Dancing, but because the Muppet song. That's so bad. It happens. It happens. Well, let's see what time we got. Because I gotta be careful. I have to watch my time very carefully. I have to watch my time very carefully because I don't want to end up running super late on this stuff. All right. So what we got here? Suddenly history has become big business. Studying the past has been a passion of this person. Who is the person here? It is Rick Moran. I'm thinking it's moron, not moron. Moran. For more than 50 years, from ancient Egyptians and Romans to the Chinese, the Visigoths, Byzantines, Vikings, and Saxons, I've traveled back in time to witness cataclysmic events and small turns in the tide that have made us what we are today. Whether it's standing next to Leonidas at I cannot say that, throwing or charging the Union Center at Cemetery Ridge with George Pickett, taking yourself out of the moment and transporting yourself to another time, another place, talking to other people, living another life, if only for a brief time, teaches you a lot about yourself and the times in which you live. Today is a failing market for books of all kinds. History books are the only genre that sees an increase in sales. Ancient history sales rose 67% from 2013 to 2023, while books focusing on specific subjects, individual stories of lives, events, or movements climbed 70% over the same period. History podcasts have become mass entertainment, with tens of millions of people downloading episodes of The Rest is History, Hardcore History, Revisionist History, and the History of Rome. Meanwhile, so-called academic history has fallen. In popularity, the number of students majoring in history has fallen considerably. In the UK, while overall attendance at colleges and university has risen by 20% over the past 5 years, the number of students studying history has fallen 10%. And it's 15% in the US. This does not reflect the loss of interest in history. In today's hyper-competitive job market, students want to study subjects with more practical application to their lives. I read very few academic treatises on history. It's usually one obscure historian trying to make an obscure point about an event that's already been studied to death. And that's not to say that these academic historians don't contribute to our knowledge of the past, but I read for leisure and to scratch an itch to know that I can't be satisfied. Podcasts are an excellent entertainment, and I learn a lot, especially from Dan Carlin, a former radio journalist who started his Hardcore History podcast in 2006, which has now grown to several million listeners. Carlin believes that the mass appeal of history podcasts has to do with our aging population. Why history, though? What is it about the present moment that makes the past so enticing? Carlin suggests this could be one symptom of an aging society. As people get older, the past becomes more meaningful. We start to realize our own personal stake in history, the more of it we have in our lives, he says. Perhaps it is also a symptom of the fact that we live in very interesting times. Other periods of profound technological and political change have been accompanied by a mania for the past. The Victorians, as their society was transformed by the Industrial Revolution, became obsessed with dinosaurs. Ancient Egypt and classical civilization, amid the social revolutions of the era after World War II, Hollywood's biggest blockbusters were historical epics: War and Peace, Ben-Hur, The Ten Commandments, Spartacus, Cleopatra. The number one rated history podcast in the world is The Rest is History, which features two middle-aged cheeky historians, Tom Holland and Dominic Sandbrook, and is downloaded 12.5 million times a month. The attraction for me is that the two historians are so immersed in their subject that they are able to take you back to an era they're discussing, and the discussions are, well, entertaining. Two men who know the subject matter intimately make wry jokes about the principles, draw parallels to contemporary events, and banter back and forth like intelligent old friends is fascinating. I still prefer the written word. I've trained my mind's eye to translate words into images in my brain far more easily than listening to a podcast. Still, for a history junkie, I'm happy to get a fix by listening to fascinating conversations from intelligent people about stimulating subjects. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, man.
Like I saw that, and you know who the first person I thought of with that?
What?
The expert.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He loves that stuff.
Because he's all about history. I mean, he just, you know, and I shouldn't be ratting him out on this, but if you have questions about history, that's the guy to talk to. And if he doesn't know, he probably can find out pretty quick for you.
Yeah, he's pretty well versed on it.
Yeah.
He eats that stuff up. Eats it up.
And it's just he just has that interest in it.
Yeah. Like we had gone to Valley Forge one year, and oh my God, he was like a kid in a candy store.
Oh God.
He ate that place up.
It's like I don't know if he's ever been to Kennesaw National Park, but they have, because that's the site of multiple battles, but one major battle, and they still have I think they do. If you go inside the visitor center area, they have a whole map of that area and the battles that were being fought in that area, which is really good history.
Well, I've been up there to Lookout Mountain, where there were two battles that were fought, and that was essentially the breaking point that allowed Sherman to go down into Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
The Confederacy had taken the hill and fortified it, and then later on the Union come behind and just completely wiped that out, and then that's what allowed Sherman to be able to go down to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Because they had the wrong general in charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just so everybody knows, we have 7 days, 3 hours, 36 minutes, and 34 seconds and counting down until the inauguration. Yeah. So that'll be next Monday at noon. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Next Monday at noon will be the inauguration. And people are getting so excited about it.
You go cover it?
No, I can't. I might be able to talk about it afterwards, but
right.
I will be working. Mondays are usually a pretty busy day, and that is definitely going to be one of the busier days.
I heard you had plenty of free time.
Shit, I wish. I wish. No,
this what I've heard.
This weekend was actually really, really cool, and I was so grateful for Tug and Megan to invite me on to read, because I mean I spent almost the entire weekend because of the cold, and I had lost power Friday night. I mean,
yeah,
it was gone.
Yeah,
was
you got to watch it live on FNL. Everything went dark behind him. He's like, I just lost power, so I've got to go.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at, because I have a battery backup that powers what you see here, except for like lights. And whenever the lights went out, I was like, I gave it a good like 30 seconds, minute and a half, something like that, just to see if the power is going to come back on, because sometimes that'll happen.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, it ain't coming back on. I look over and it's like counting down. It went from like 30 minutes to like 15 to like 10 to like 7, like in a short period of time. And I was like, yeah, this is all sucking up some power. I was like, I gotta go. And I did not get power back until, oh geez, because I just went to bed. I was like, there's no need staying up and nothing I could do about it.
Right.
Crawled into bed. My wife got up in the morning. She was, she woke me up whenever she got up, and it was early. I want to say it had to be about 6. And she said she'd been up for a little while, like awake, but hadn't like gotten out of bed.
Right.
And so she got up, and I as soon as I heard her feet hit the floor, it woke me up, and she turned on her phone to like turn on the flashlight on her phone so she could see, because she didn't want to wake me up. And I said, power's out. she goes, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wake you. I was like, no, it's fine. I'm just letting you know the power's out and there's a flashlight right over here.
Just letting you know your phone ain't gonna work, honey.
Well, it will. I mean, but it's not, I was afraid she was going to get in the kitchen, and then she was going to try to fire things up, and nothing was going to happen. She would be like, oh crap, trying to flip the breaker or something. So I actually got up, got dressed, and went out and fired up the generator so we could make coffee in the morning.
Smart man.
Yeah.
That would be my first concern is, okay, how am I going to get coffee?
Oh yeah. Well, and the generator, it's a dual fuel, so it run off of gasoline, but it also run off of propane.
Yeah.
And I had a propane tank, and I keep a spare one at all times. So I took the propane tank, hooked it up, and got the generator up and running. And had to go. What was it that she wanted? I think she wanted some lunch. And I was like, yeah, I'll go get you some lunch. And she said, and I said, I'm going to go up to the grocery store because there's just a couple of things that I want to get for dinner tonight. And she was like, oh yeah, can you pick me up some bananas while you're there? I'm like, yeah. And she goes, give me some Chick-fil-A. I was like, damn it. All right, I'll get you some Chick-fil-A. So I drove my neighborhood, because usually there's a main strip that usually gets the power knocked out. Nope.
Yeah.
No problems there. I mean, some trees were bowed down from the ice and stuff. And, this by time is lunch, and she couldn't get any service on her phone. And I figured out what the problem was, is she had her Wi-Fi turned on, and the generator powers up part of the Wi-Fi. So she was connecting to that, and she couldn't get anything. It's like, I don't know what's going on. Their whole system says that it might've been hacked. I was like, well, you know what comes next? Nuclear bombs. God. She's like, stop it. I was like, no, this probably, and then about 5 minutes later, I was like, yeah, just turn off your Wi-Fi and it'll connect through the G service or whatever they call that stuff, LTE or whatever.
Right.
And so she did that. And she was just like, oh yeah, they're saying we should have power back by midnight.
By midnight.
I was like, well, we started making the plans, and I went out to see how the generator had kicked off, and that was probably about 11:45. The generator kicked off. So I went out there, because I have one that sits on my, because I have a gas grill and a big green egg. The gas grill is just if you want to like cook some burgers really quick, or some hot dogs or something. And so I pulled that tank off, and I went out there to swap out tanks, and the other tank was frozen solid at the base.
Oh, must have been
solid ice. No, it wasn't low. It's because it's, if you ever take one of those little air cans and held it down, and how they freeze up.
Yep.
That's exactly what happened.
Huh. So
it just froze the natural gas. Like, because I brought it inside so it would start unthawing. It took like 4 hours for it to unthaw.
Yeah, I could see that.
And that was with it, because we have a little heater that in that sun porch, that heats up that space.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically all the generator was running. That's the only heat we had in the house.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, it was pretty nasty. And so I swapped out tanks, and I brought the other tank in, and you could pick it up and you could hear that it was about half full.
Yeah.
So I set it inside, let it start warming up so it get back to usable, and went and got some food and everything. Came back, and I want to say it was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that. The power came back on, And I was just sitting with my wife. We were chilling out, talking, and all of a sudden she goes, "Did you leave the refrigerator open?" I was like, "No." I was like,
no, honey, it's that cold.
Well, no, what it was is whenever the power came back on, I think it's our microwave like makes a beeping sound.
Yeah,
just
sense.
like a deep. And so that's all it was. And I walk in and I flip the switch and I was like, "Oh, we have power." Because we were making plans of like, how are we going to make sure that we have heat in the house and all that kind of stuff. Like
how
we had
will
the
Shizzy
gas
survive?
Well, we had the gas fireplace lit up, and that was warming up part of the house. We had all the doors closed, and it was just like, yeah, we might be sleeping here tonight on the couch in front of the gas fireplace.
Yep.
Yeah. We made it though. It was fine. But yeah, with all the power outages, I really wasn't wanting to set up a stream because I was like, we may end up losing power again.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Now, we ended up getting probably a little over 3 inches, but luckily the power stayed on. And it was just, the roads are still icy here.
Oh.
A lot of it melted yesterday, but the roads are still icy enough to where, they're not letting the kids go to school or anything like that. So hopefully, I think it's supposed to get up to 45 today. So I'd say that'll finish it off.
Thank you, Sir Frank Otter, for being a member for 6 months. Well, it's good to see. I hadn't seen Sir Frank Otter in quite some time. It is so welcome. He's been a member for 6 months. Keep up the good work, our crazy overlord. I don't know about that, but
put a sticker on his crown.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, all super chats and everything get stickers. But I do know that tonight there will be. I may be on with Megan and Tug. We'll see. I haven't received a message. Most likely will be, and I'll let everybody know what's going on tonight.
And can the three y'all over there remind the chat? Most of them get it, but a few of them don't. It's a dramatic reading.
Yeah.
This isn't legal analysis. It's a dramatic reading. It's for fun.
Yeah. It's for fun. They tend to forget this. Not Megan and Tug, but a lot of the chat tends to forget.
It's not even that many, but there are a few here and there that don't understand. It's for fun. It's a dramatic reading. It's not. They're not breaking down the legal analysis of it.
No.
Same thing as if we do it here. Believe me, we are not legal experts. We are not breaking down anything legally, and we're not going to read it straight up. That's just the way it goes.
God, no. Well, and yeah, well, and that's the thing. Everybody finds it fun and funny. And I told Megan, I was like, if you want me to read it straight, I can, but it's not going to be very entertaining. She was like, "Oh God, no! Don't you dare!" I was like, but I am out of control whenever I get over there. I like watching those two break.
Yes, it's hilarious
because they're just like, where did that come from? Oh, and they get me. They get me, which is good. But everybody, until we meet again, which will be at some point in time today, I will see you guys. You have a wonderful day. Oh, and I'm working on something for Friday morning. So just keep that in mind. You'll see. It's going to do some really good stuff. We're going to have a blast with it. Everybody have a wonderful day. See you.
Peace.
Bless your heart. I thought I was the only mentally challenged one here.
Get it, yeah, oh yeah. Early morning, rise and shine. Coffee's brewing, feeling fine. News is out and on the air. Shizzy Whiz nuts wild, but we don't care. Morning with Whiz and Coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy Whiz, let's start the show. Let's go. Did it get a hit? Yeah, oh yeah. Headlines spinning in the breeze. Stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java with a smile. Pants are off, but stay a while. Morning Whiz and Coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy Whiz, let's start the show. Let's go. Did it get a hit? Yeah, oh yeah. Headlines spinning in the breeze. Stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java, wear a smile. Pants are off, but stay a while. Morning Whiz and Coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy Whiz, let's start the show. Let's go. Did it get a hit? Yeah, oh yeah. Serious is overrated. Every day we're caffeinated. Talk the town, but in a jest. Morning Whiz is always best. Clock is ticking, time to run. Morning show's a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop. Clock is ticking, time to run. Morning show's a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop.
Oh my god, Shizzy breaks Larry. Shizzy broke Larry.
Oh yeah.
Hey, everybody. Show Mo some